Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are in the vibrational energy of the solar eclipse from yesterday, October 14th, 2023. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across it, I'm just reading during the energies. And the solar eclipse energies is kind of like a tower card, tower moment, shake up, where you're seeing the dark side of the part of your life that you don't like. And it kind of wakes you up to doing something different. The solar eclipse, when the moon passes between the earth and the sun and casts a shadow on the sun, all you see is that ring of fire on the outside of the moon. And so there's like darkness on the inside, but bright light on the outside. So you have to do that shadow work to really sort out your life and figure out what path you're going to take. Like, this is a pivotal moment in your life. So people that were feeling those energies, that were feeling a little heavy, a little depressed, a little uneasy, and not sure why, it was because of those energies. You may be sitting contemplating your life choices, what you want to do with your future, having to make decisions, and the time to make the decisions is now. So this is a solar eclipse energy pick a pile reading. We have pile number 1. And pile number 1 is the blue calcite. And I shuffled and got some runes. Well, I picked the runes and I picked the cards out so you could see the cards that represent the runes. For the energies for this deck number 2, pile number 2, is yellow citrine, not to be confused with yellow calcite. This is citrine. And the runes associated with that. And then this is green adventurine, one of my favorite. Well, they're all my favorite. Varies depending on what's going on in life, but this is considered the stone of luck. It's almost like jade. You know, in Asia, they consider jade to be the stone of luck and prosperity. That's green adventurine. And the runes associated with that. So take a look at the stones, take a look at the cards, the runes, and the cards associated with them, and pick the pile based on what you're most attracted to. And then we'll get started. Okay, pile 1, you picked the blue calcite. Blue calcite has many wonderful properties. It's a very soft vibrational stone, and it resonates with the throat chakra, which is about communication. And this stone, it does many things, but one of the things is it helps clear negative energy. It helps you achieve a balance between emotional and mental states. This is considered the emotional balance stone. And it obviously helps you with clear communication because it's associated with the throat chakra. So look up blue calcite and what it does. It has many other properties. See if something resonates when you read it. Read about blocked throat chakras, or throat chakras that are overly open and the symptoms associated with that. And if you picked this pile, it indicates that there's some work you need to do with your throat chakra, something with communication. So let's see what Spirit has to say for the solar eclipse energies this week. What does pile 1 need to know? What are the energies? What's shaking up in the world? I feel like it's a need to communicate. You're not communicating effectively, or you're overly communicating. Maybe you come off too blunt and it offends people. That would be me. If you want a real opinion, ask me, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. Not with the intention to hurt, but just thinking that, I'm being clear. That's the way I am. Take me or leave me. Don't care. But sometimes, like in work or in relationships, we need, obviously, to find a balance when we're communicating. You don't want to be too harsh and too pushy with your communication. You want to try to be diplomatic. Like I always say, there's that saying for Christians, what would Jesus do? Well, I have a saying that's, what would Missy do? Or what would Missy say, actually? Because my best friend, Missy, is extremely diplomatic. She's very well spoken. She has a way of relaying messages that I'd be like, motherfucker, did you know, da 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 da, when I get angry. But Missy would be would more like take a breath and be calm and be like, well, and her presentation is much nicer than mine. So over years of being friends with Missy, I've been learning to be more like her. And her communication, sometimes she needs to be more direct. And by hanging out with me, she's learned to be more direct. So there's a balance in life with communication. You have to find that balance. It's very important. And when you're communicating with others, you can't always blame in relationships, whether it's work, family, or personal relationships, romantic relationships, you can't blame the other person for being a poor communicator. If they're not communicating, you're recognizing they're not communicating, you can't sit back there and be on the phone with your bestie going, they don't know how to communicate. They're really pissing me off. You need to go to that person and say, I think we're having a communication problem, and I'd like to work on that, and open up the line of communication. Maybe that person has maybe they're shy and they don't know how to communicate, or maybe they don't realize that they're not communicating well. Okay. So it doesn't, just because one person isn't communicating doesn't mean that you can't open up and communicate to help open up the line of communication. It's a line that goes from one person to another. Somebody's got to open up the line. If one person is closed off, if the other person points it out, that might be helpful in opening that line, right? Oh boy. All right, we got lots of cards. Spirit has all kinds of things to say. Let me just gather them up and see what we're going with here. There is a story. All right, so I'm not gonna take them in the order they fell. I'm gonna follow Spirit's guidance and just scoop them up here and lay them out. All right, let me just take a look real quick. Oh, wow, you got some pretty awesome cards. Oh, this is really nice. You have... All right, we're going to have to bring those into view after, because you got a lot of cards that came out. Okay, so just looking at this, seeing the Six of Cups, that nostalgic, I feel like this is almost a love situation. And it's funny, you've got a lot, and there's communications, like Swords is about communications, right? And you've got a lot of major arcana here. I feel like this is about a love situation, and there seems to have been like some sneaking around or some deceit in this relationship. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords usually represents deceit or something hidden, doing something behind your back. And you're done with this. You're taking a break with this. You need a rest. You're tired of the sneaking around. And this card, facing this card, I almost feel like at night when you're resting, like you just wish that's that nostalgic memory of what you used to once have. Somebody from your past. So I feel like you left somebody from your past, or you're thinking about leaving somebody from your past, because you feel like there's been some secrets. This person's been secretive, and you know it, you can feel it, they won't admit it, and you just want your relationship the way it used to be, right? Page of Wands. Well, we'll get to that, okay. So you've been sleeping on it. You've been thinking about it. And you've been thinking about past times, the good old times when you used to be with this person. You're actually considering leaving this person. You're considering leaving this person because you're done with the deceit. You're looking at your relationship from a completely different perspective. You know, you kind of wish to get that, the Page of Wands, like in a love reading, is that, like kind of when you renew a relationship and you make it fun and exciting again, new passion, like you want that passion. You want passion in the relationship. It's like your passion in this relationship is gone. So you're looking at life from a different perspective, realizing that this is what you want. You miss that passionate feeling that you had about this person because they've been so deceitful. It's almost like you're not even interested in them anymore. And you've been really feeling depressed about this, sleeping on it. It's like when you sleep, you're not even facing each other in the bed. It's like you've got he turns one way or she, and you turn the other way. And so your backs are to each other. So what you're lacking is the passion, and that's what you want. You're looking at your relationship, how it used to be. So this is looking back in your relationship, how it used to be, and that's what you want. See how that person's laid in the bed? It's like you're facing that way, and they're facing the other way. Oh, and it's actually in these cards. Duh, it was right in front of my face. The person that's being deceitful, they're facing one way in bed, you're facing the other way, and you're really thinking about this relationship. Do you really want to stay in this relationship? You're thinking, should I stay or should I go now? You're missing the passion. You're missing the passion in life. There's no passion left in this relationship. And you're finally realizing that. You're having that aha moment, and you're going to choose to move on. Okay, don't move on because I said so. You think on it. What's best for you? What resonates with you? When you're in a relationship and it's not fulfilling, and you know, if you're married, it's supposed to be until death do you part. You've made a commitment to each other. But if the other person's not committed and they're sneaking around behind your back, you know, maybe having an affair, being deceitful with whatever they're doing, you can choose to communicate with the person that, hey, you know, let's just be upfront. I know you're sneaking around. I know something's going on. You know, this relationship isn't like it used to be. What are we doing here? Communicate with this person. And but sleep on it and decide, what do you want in life? You can try and work on this relationship and renew it, but if the other person doesn't want to work on it, it takes two to do the work for a relationship to work. So why stay in a relationship if the other person's not willing to work on it? You know, if you feel this is your person and you want to stay with this person, you really want to work on it, and they're willing to work on it, then go for it. But I'm feeling like this reading is saying this is something that's been going on for a while. There's no passion left. You're not connected. You're completely disconnected from each other, and you're just wanting more out of life. So this is you having that aha moment, realizing that this isn't working, or maybe you've tried to make it work, it's just not working. And so it's time to walk away. And this is going to happen very quickly. You're going to be moving away, and the Chariot represents swiftness of movement, something happening quickly, or maybe you're actually going to move away, like across country, move away, out of town, move away. You're not just leaving this person, you're going to go and move away and start a whole new life. Maybe your family lives in another city or another state, and you're going to head back there. This is connected with childhood. Maybe you're going to go back to where you grew up and start over there. And it shows you starting over. You've got this isn't the Fool card, but what they're focusing on is the Fool card, with you starting over, and then it's a whole new world for you. It's a whole new world. Oh, and the Fool card's right next to it. I'm not paying attention. Fool card's right next to it, so that's pretty awesome. You're going to have a new start, and you're going to be a happy Fool. You have the whole world in your hands, the rainbow around you, the butterfly, which represents new beginnings. And this is a good new beginning for you, okay? So this is about communication. You need to communicate with this person. If you've been trying and it's just not happening, and this person doesn't want to work on it, you need to communicate that this relationship isn't working for me. This relationship is over. There's no passion left in our lives. I I miss the passion that we had, the connection we used to have. I feel that we're not connected anymore. I feel like you're not happy. You're sneaking around behind my back. So have an honest conversation with this person. Like you both know what's going on. And it's almost like you both know it. And it's almost like in the morning you get up, you get coffee, you're just going through the routine, but there's no connection between you anymore. And you're not even communicating with each other. So you need to speak up and let this person know this isn't working for me and I'm going to leave. And that's where it starts. And when you open that line of communication, that person's also going to come to you and go, yeah, I feel the same way. Okay. And don't think of it as time wasted or time lost. When you're in a relationship, we have many soulmates in life. And maybe this was a soulmate that you were meant to get together with to learn certain lessons to grow to be the person that you are right now, right? And you've just kind of outgrown each other. You're working at different vibrational levels now. But then the next line you have coming out is the King of Wands. This is you. Look how powerful this person is. This is you getting more connected with your masculine side, your strength side. And the King of Wands is about manifesting in life. You're mastering the art of manifestation to bring into the things that you want in life. And as you manifest and realize that you're in control of your life and your destiny, and you're making the decisions to take control of your life, you raise up to Emperor energy, the Emperor level, where you are in control. You don't have one wand, you've got two. Look, you've got two here too. You've got 4 wands, 4 pillars that represent stability. And so this start for you making the decision to walk away, because I feel like this relationship is holding you back. It's making you depressed. It's holding you back. It's dampening your creative energy. So once you communicate with this person, let them know that this isn't working for you, walk away. That's when you're taking your power back. You're taking your power back and you're becoming more powerful in your life, in your manifesting of your dreams. And look at that golden city. That's what you've got coming to you when you make this decision. You will raise up your vibrational energy by, it's almost like this person is an anchor and a ball and chain, holding you back, pulling you down, drowning you. Every time you try to move forward, it's almost like the energy holds you back. So once you get away from that energy, and this is about clearing negative energy, once you communicate and you clear that negative energy and get away from it, that's the power you're coming into. You, holy fucking shit. You've got all the power cards here. Priestess. Priestess is about connecting with your third eye, following your intuition. So this is about mental clarity, realizing that you have the power of manifestation, harnessing that power, following your intuition. And this is what you've got coming in. All sunshine. You're going to be like, you're in the center of your universe. You're in control of your universe. Look how strong that person is. And they've got the universe around them. You got the sun in your hand. You got the earth in your hand. You're in control of your universe. And it's going to be bright and sunshiny. This is a really good reading. So you need to open up the line of communication with this person. You've been thinking about walking away for a long time. You really have not been feeling fulfilled. And you're going to do this. And by doing this, you raise yourself up. You take back your power. You're going to be able to manifest your dreams. And your whole future is going to be bright and sunshiny. Let me just get a couple more cards. See if Spirit has anything else to say. This person walks away, Spirit. They're shaking up their whole life. They're making this decision. They've been thinking about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that didn't want to come out quite. Okay. So this is about, I don't read upside down. This is about the end of feeling burdened, the end of a cycle. When you make this decision to walk away, this is how you're feeling now, burdened, like all the weight on your back. And, well, I guess I am reading upside down. So this is about having all the weight on your back. But this represents, the Ten of Wands represents the end of a cycle, okay? It's the end of a cycle. All that weight, if you were upside down, it would just fall right off your back. So this is going to bring the end of this negative cycle to where you're no longer feeling all the burdens of the world on your back. And you're going to have choices in front of you. Two of Wands, you're going to have choices. There's going to be opportunities that present themselves to you when you're out of that heavy feeling of feeling burdened. Wands all about creativity. So you've got swords here that represent needing to communicate first, and then you go to the wands. All wands about creative energy, the creative forces in your life, creating the life that you love, a life of no regrets. Don't sit in an unhappy relationship and not do something about it. If you're just sitting there and not do something about it, nothing's ever going to change. You're going to forever be unhappy in your life. So if you want to be happy, you don't want to have regrets. Like, you don't want to go to the grave, being on your deathbed thinking, I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that, I was so unhappy, I should have left him years ago, I could have done this and whatever, and then I didn't because you felt guilty for leaving, worried about what other people think. Like, if you're married and you're worried about what your family's going to think, what other people are going to think if you got a divorce, or you feel like a failure, it's not a failure. It's a failure if you stay in something that's not working, okay? So take that step to walk away from this relationship that's not working for you. Open the lines of communication. If you want to fix it, see if that person is willing, obviously. But by opening up the lines of communication and walking away from this energy, you might even be able to fix this. If this person is willing to communicate with you, then you might even be able to open up the lines of communication to the point where you can get rid of that negative energy and you can both move into this power of manifesting in your lives. So always follow your intuition, what your intuition is telling you, but it takes two to tango. It takes two to make it work. If the other person's not willing to work, why sit in a relationship when that person's off doing something else when you could be living your best life? So that's it. You've got a lot of thinking to do, communicating to do, and you get going. You only live one life here. This life right now that you're living, make every day the best day ever. Don't waste time. You don't know when your time's up. Okay, and for pile one, the runes associated with your reading. This one is Pertho. And just look at that person, the sunshine behind them, the sun is at their back, and they're walking a tightrope and they're taking a risk. So you feel like you're taking a risk with the decision that you're going to be making to walk away from this relationship. But as the sun sets, you're walking away. You're taking that risk, all right? It's all about balance in your life. It's about inevitability and fate and continuing to walk forward because you can't turn around and walk backwards. So you're making a decision to move forward with your life and you're heading into your destiny, your fate, all right? And this is your fate. Like, you want family. Look at the swan. The swan represents love. It represents peace. And you're playing on the beach with your child, so it's about family and love and fertility and taking care of others. This is what you want. You want a family to take care of, and you want somebody, you want to be a partner with somebody that takes care of you. So this is talking about celebrating your strengths, tenderness, being receptive to others to come into your life to bring that beauty and strength, and being of service to others with beauty and strength. And this is what you want, like that relationship where you're a family, you go to the beach, you're looking out for each other, you're frolicking, you're having fun, and it's beautiful. That's the life that you wished for. And that's what you're going to go into if you walk away from this other relationship that's not working. So the runic inspiration I'm reading in the book right now on this one is knowing how to listen and embrace the stimuli surrounding you without necessarily acting right away. There's great beauty at being of service to others, but you have to listen. So that goes with the communication rune, or the communication stone, the blue calcite. Yep, that's about it. So you're going to take that risk, you're going to walk away, and you know there's no going back, but this is the beautiful, fertile life that you're heading towards. Very beautiful reading. Good luck. It's hard to make a decision to walk away, and it's almost like you're holding your breath as you walk away, walking that tightrope. But once you get across that tightrope and get to the other side, you're going to be glad that you did it. You're going to find all the beauty in life that you've been searching for when you take that first step to walk away. Good luck, people. Love and light. Okay, pile 2. Let's clear the energy. You have picked pile 2, yellow citrine, and yellow citrine is about the solar plexus, your seat of power, the seat of your soul, of finding the strength, the courage, the confidence. If your solar plexus is blocked, you may be anxious, you may be depressed, you may not have the courage to speak up for yourself, or you may feel not worthy, you don't feel good enough. So this shakeup is about you finding your power and taking the bull by the horns, knowing that you are powerful, finding your seat of power. We all have our own personal power. Don't let other people take it away. Don't let other people make you feel unworthy or not good enough. Get out of your head. I feel like you're in your head about you don't know what you're doing. You don't know where you're heading. This is about career. This is about life path. This is about your soul purpose. And you feel kind of in the dark, like during the moment of the eclipse. There's that ring of fire on the outside, that light that's peeking through, but you feel like you're in that dark tunnel right now, like you don't know what direction you're heading in. And where are my life purpose cards? Because I feel like, oh, I did a life purpose reading, but let me grab these cards because these cards are very dark. My daughter got me these cards, and these are awesome cards, but they also have a very dark, shadowy energy to them. You need to do a lot of inner work. Your solar plexus is blocked. Look up the solar plexus and the symptoms of a blocked solar plexus. Usually you're anxious, you're stressed, you're depressed, you sleep a lot, you have mental fatigue, you have physical fatigue. You just don't feel like getting up and doing anything. Like you could just sleep all day. Why get up? There's no purpose in getting up. And you're just feeling not worthy. You're feeling like everybody else knows what they want to do in life and you can't figure it out, okay? So those cards with the dark energy. But I want to pull this first because I feel like this is you feeling lost on your path. You're not sure which direction you're going in. Spirit, can we please get some guidance for life purpose? That's going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind, as always. But life purpose. This person needs some help on their path. People coming across this for a collective of pile 2. What do they need to know about their life purpose? What is about your life purpose, your life path, your career, the thing that you love to do, that you want to do the most? You're questioning if that's really what you wanted to do. I know you're in there. Come on out. All right, we're just going to do this. All right. Environmentalist. You're an earth angel who is born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and animals. So something that your career path, your life path has something to do with being outside. I did a recent life purpose reading, and this card actually came out, environmentalist. So something you do, it's either you're working with animals, rehabbing animals, healing animals, or something to do with nature and the environment, okay? That's what they're saying your life path is. So we'll throw that over there. So that is your life purpose. So if you were questioning if that's really what you wanted to do, they're saying, yes, it is. That's exactly it. But you're just lacking the drive right now because your solar plexus, I'm not taking that many, Spirit, one at a time. Big clumps keep trying to fall out of my piles. Yeah, you need to work on your solar plexus. You need to do some meditation, unblock that solar plexus. There's so many things you can play while you're sleeping. Go to YouTube is a wonderful tool. Find solar plexus balancing music and play it at night while you're sleeping so it can do the work while you're sleeping. You might feel pulled towards yellow foods, yellow or orangey foods that you want to eat. That helps balance, like sweet potato, oranges, anything yellow that helps to balance and open it up. Yeah, so, all right, well, it's coming. This is what's coming out first, that devil energy. You're like, it's almost like you're thinking, I thought that's what I wanted to do, and then I tried it and I didn't like it, so maybe it isn't, and now I don't know what to do. That devil energy where it looked really sweet, and then you tried it and you're like, I didn't really like that like I thought I did. Well, maybe the opportunity you tried just wasn't the right opportunity, okay? You got the yellow sunshine behind you, solar plexus. Maybe there was trouble with you just with your personal power, like something didn't go right in the workplace and you could have spoken up, and instead you kept it to yourself inside, griping about it, complaining about it on the inside, where you should have just spoken up and said, hey, you know, you're not communicating with what you want me to do. And maybe you feel like you did a bad job, but you feel like it's because the other person didn't communicate. So what this is saying is don't keep it on the inside. Like, you need to find your power, your personal power, and have the confidence to speak up. Nobody's going to fault you, and just speak in a nice way. You don't have to be angry about it, even though I feel like you're really getting angry about this thing that you tried, and then the person that you went with that was in charge or was supposed to be the leader, well, wasn't really communicating. So the line of communication, like I said in pile 1, is 2 ways. There has to be an open communication on both sides. Like, if you're calling somebody on the phone and the other person doesn't pick up the phone, you can't communicate. Both sides have to be open. The line has to be open. The communication's back and forth. So if one person's not communicating, find your seat of power and just speak up and say, this didn't really work for me, and this is why. This is, I feel like, why. And just be very diplomatic about it. Nobody's going to fault you for speaking about the way you feel. I could have done a better job if I wasn't sure what to do, because, and so speak up, open the line of communications, find that personal power right in your gut, and just open your mouth and let the words come out. Do it diplomatically, always from a place of love, not from a place of anger, not from a place of blame, but just explaining the facts the way they are, all right? And 3 of Swords, the 3 of Swords through the heart, you're feeling really brokenhearted about that. Look at that black heart. It really blackened your heart because you thought this was going to be something that you loved, and it was just turned out to be a bad experience, and you're really kind of disappointed in the whole thing. That devil energy of, ooh, look at this pretty shiny thing. Ooh, but hang on, you got to sell your soul for it. So it didn't quite work out the way you thought it was going to, and it's kind of darkened your heart to the whole idea of doing it. So maybe either go back to the workplace where you were and speak to the person in charge about it. Maybe it can work out, and maybe that's just not the opportunity for you. Maybe there's another opportunity, but in any case, they want you to follow your intuition. High Priestess is about intuition, and this connects with not just your solar plexus, but your crown chakra as well. And it's funny, like, this is just saying the number 2 as far as the major arcana, but it almost is like the sun above your head, the crown chakra above your head, opening up that flow and being able to connect to the divine, right? The flow through your chakras. If your solar plexus is blocked, then you're not going to have that flow going to the divine, connecting to the divine, where you connect with spirit, your spirit guides, archangels, guardian angels, and you communicate with the other side, which helps with your intuition, right? So, wrong card. Wrong card. Oh, no, this is the card. So about your intuition, I don't know where my head is today. I've got my morning coffee sitting here, look at my beautiful cup, but it's only half drinking. So this is about opening up and being able to connect with the divine so that you can connect even with your higher self and follow your intuition. So also crown chakra. This also resonates with crown chakra. So look up solar plexus and crown chakra. Those are the ones you got to open up. So you have that line of communication going all the way through your chakras, from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra. You need to open up. So follow your intuition in this situation. Your intuition won't steer you wrong if you feel like, I need to just speak up and tell them why this didn't work for me. And then maybe if you open the lines of communication, you can both find a way for it to work out. Queen of Cups, following your emotion, wearing your heart on your sleeve. So this is about something that you love, that you're very emotional about. And again, follow your intuition. Yeah, because you're very emotional about this thing. You're very passionate. It has something to do with animals, something to do with outside nature, the environment. And this is something that you've dreamed about doing. It's something that is close to your heart, something that you love. You found the experience very disappointing, but they want you to follow your intuition. Open lines of communication, but first you got to work on your crown chakra and solar plexus. So do a meditation today. Look up meditations for even all 7 chakras. There's some that are pretty short that you can open all the chakras in a matter of like an hour doing a meditation. They start with the bottom and the the music that resonates with those. And because you got to be open from the bottom for things to flow, right? Like if you have a pipe and it's blocked at one end, you can't flow from this end. So you got to open up that blockage and get to another. Maybe there's a blockage in the middle, open up that one before everything will flow through that pipe. That's like your pipe of energy, your life force energy flowing through you. If there's blockages, you got to open them up for the life force to be able to flow through the other chakras. All right, Queen of Pentacles. So this is a career, actually, that you're going to make a lot of money at. This is the career you're meant to be in, the thing that you've thought about for a long time, that you've always wanted to do, that you tried out most recently and it didn't work the way you thought. And then so now you're in this energy of rethinking, maybe I wasn't meant to do this. Maybe I don't want to do this at all, because it just kind of left a sour taste in your mouth. They say, no, you're actually going to do this thing. This is what you're meant to do, and you're going to make a lot of money doing it. Nine of Swords is kind of wounded warrior energy, the Nine of Swords, going through the shit, but standing tall and standing strong anyway. You're headless. Where the hell is the head on this one? I feel like these are AI created, and like I said, they're kind of dark cards, but beautiful at the same time. And it almost resonates with working with your dark side, like your shadow work that you need to do. The shadow work that you need to do is building your confidence and your seat of power. So Nine of Swords is that wounded warrior energy where you've been through the war, you've won multiple battles, and now because of that, you're standing strong. You're wounded, there's wounds, you can see the wounds, like the wounds are transparent, almost like it's, the bones are transparent on this card. Wounds are transparent, but taking back your seat of power, with that wounded warrior energy, you're going to be very strong and you're going to make a lot of money. I'm kind of going backwards with this. Justice. You want what's fair. You feel like the situation that you were in wasn't fair. It wasn't balanced. You feel like it was unbalanced, right? It was an unbalanced experience, and it was because of lack of communication, because we got swords coming out. Swords are about communication. So you feel like it was unfair and unbalanced, and you want justice. So what do we have to do? I already said you got to open up the lines of communication. You got to work on your crown chakra and solar plexus, following your intuition. Crown chakra connects you to heavenly realms, the realms of spirit, your higher self. Your higher self has been through many lives and has the experiences that you weren't meant to remember, but intuitively you can feel what you know, what your higher self knows, right? So look to your higher self for answers when you meditate and you're working on your crown chakra and your solar plexus. These cards are slippery. All right, Nine of Cups. Yeah, so Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is abundance, the abundance that you always wished for, and you're going to have that abundance. Abundance is not just monetary fulfillment. Cups are about emotions. The cups, filling your own cup. This area of work, this career that you're looking at, that is something that you love, is going to make you feel abundant. You're going to feel all abundant with this. I don't even know how to describe these cards. I keep focusing on this and I almost feel like it's a dove, but it's really hard for me to tell what it is. Hang on, I gotta look up closer with my reading glasses. I don't know, I feel like there's a dove down there. It's really hard to tell what it is, but that's what I see as a dove. And I almost feel this like there's a line coming down here. See how it's divided in half? So I'm talking about line of communication, opening up your chakras so there's a flow and you're communicating with your higher self. So this is going to provide not only monetary abundance for you, but emotional fulfillment as well. This is what you're meant to do. This is going to be emotionally fulfilling, even though right now you don't feel like it's fulfilling. It takes work. Nothing happens right away. You're not going to start out as the queen with the pentacles. You're going to start out as the page, working, planting your money tree, and you have to water it and watch it grow. There's not going to be instant satisfaction. Everybody today wants instant satisfaction. Things take work. You have to plant a seed. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You have to make sure it gets lots of sunshine. You have to pick the weeds around it. Pick the weeds are the little battles that pop up in life, right? Those little battles, those annoying weeds that pop up. You pull them and they come back. Well, you got to work on that. You got to weed. You got to water. You got to provide sunlight. Nurture your money tree. And it's going to grow. It's not going to happen right away. So they're telling you to be patient. You have to start somewhere. Do we have any more messages from these cards? I feel like they want to move on from these dark cards. Yeah, you have some shadow work to do. All right, moving on from these. And, oh, that's why they had me eyeballing this other deck before. Hang on, this is the Power Tarot. I love this deck. Okay, we're going from very dark. Oh, I didn't even notice that come out. When the heck did that fall? Oh, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is that triumphant, you're going to be successful. All right, I didn't even see that fall. I have to go back and look at the video and see when it fell out. Six of Wands is about triumph. In a traditional tarot deck, you see the soldier riding on his horse with the wreath around the end of the wand, and it's the victory wreath. You're going to be victorious in this, so they're saying not to give up. Don't give up. You're going to be victorious. All right, Power card, Archangel Tarot cards that are like the total opposite of these. They are bright and shiny. Well, yeah, we got those shadow cards because you need to do the shadow work on yourself. You need to go within, take back your power, stop being depressed. Okay, those just popped out, so we're going to go with that. How many are there? The World, Archangel Michael. These don't come in reverse. All right, Justice. Yeah, it's about justice. It's about achieving that balance. This here where you thought it was unfair, this is about they want you to find the balance, okay? Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor, don't give up. So don't give up. Communicate, fight for justice and equality. You feel like this experience you had didn't go well. Go back and fight for justice. Find your power, find your voice, and speak up for yourself. And the World, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. You've got some growing to do. There's going to be growing pains, just like when you're growing your tree of abundance, your money tree. You have to pick the weeds. And then the tree will grow, okay? So you have some battles to do, and you are powerful. And Archangel Michael, the protector, he's got your back. This is going to be a happy ending to this situation. You just got to work on it. King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. That's what I was saying. I kept going to pile one was about communication, the throat chakra, the blue stone. You're getting these blue cards, and I keep getting, they're popping into my head that you need to communicate. You need to open a line of communication. This is a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So you need to communicate with the person in the workplace here that you felt like there wasn't good communication. You feel like a failure because of this. And so they're saying that communication goes both ways. You know that they're not communication, then you need to open that line. Maybe that person, all these damn dogs, they're communicating. Maybe this person doesn't realize what a bad communicator they are. Maybe they don't know how to speak up. Maybe they just assume you know what you're supposed to do. So you got to communicate to them, and they'll be very happy to tell you, oh, okay, so you didn't get it? Well, here, let me tell you what to do. So you need to stand there and stand strong and let them know, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what you want me to do. Open up that line of communication. Take pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So if you felt like when you were doing whatever you were doing, when you got this opportunity in this workplace, and you felt like you didn't quite know what you were doing, you thought you did going into it, and then you realized there's so much for you to learn, get reading, get working on it, and then fake it till you make it, right? I always say that, fake it till you make it. Just walk in with this sense of power, standing there tall, saying, I know what I'm doing, and then go home and read. Okay, as long as nobody's life is dependent on it, go home and read, educate yourself. That's going to help boost your confidence and your self-esteem. Back to the solar plexus chakra, having confidence. So you got to work on opening up that solar plexus chakra, work on your confidence, work on your seat of power, your strength, and know that you can do this. You've got all the resources available to you. Take pride in what you know and read about what you don't know. You are very smart. There's no reason why you can't learn this information, okay? So if you felt lost and you felt like you weren't good enough for this position while you were doing whatever you were doing, and just go get more education. You can do it. You have the ability to do it. Yeah, do what you love. Here you go. 3 of Ariel. Do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career and artistic endeavors. Working with others in a cooperative manner. Learn how to cooperate with other people. Yeah, and this is funny because this goes back to my life purpose reading. This card came up and they're pointing out the airplane, right? And that means travel. Like right now you're feeling stuck. You're feeling like you're chained down. You're feeling stuck, whatever you're doing right now. And this new opportunity requires travel. You getting on a plane or moving, like it's across country to another country. And you're looking at what you have right now, this empty box. And even though you feel like it's stable because it's what you know, even though you feel unfulfilled and the box is empty, look at that box that you're opening. There's many shiny things in there opening that box, but you're focused on what you don't have instead of what you could have. Okay. So you've got to take that leap of faith. You've got to get moving to do it. Clock's a ticking. Don't waste time. This opportunity, it's all about timing this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. Okay. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, but feeling safe in that because you're feeling like stabled and anchored to where you are right now and it feels safe. You have to take a leap of faith and go out of your safety zone to get that box that's full, that all overflowing abundance. So that's what they're saying. Do what you love. It's a time of great personal growth in your career, but you have to learn to cooperate with others. So there's going to be other people involved that you're going to have to communicate with and cooperate with and find a solution that works for everybody so you're not leaving people in the lurch. And communicating with this new person going forward for this new endeavor. It's just going to take some work, but you have the ability. You have emotionally like that's what you want to do, and you're just feeling right now because of the shadow work that you need to do, you're not feeling worthy or good enough for this position. But Spirit wants to know this is what you're meant to do. I'm just going to keep reiterating it because they keep putting it in my head, and my head isn't advice until I get the message out. You're feeling that you're not worthy, but this is what you're meant to do. There's a lot of learning that goes with it. You can't take an oak tree, full-grown oak tree, and plant it in your front yard. It's too fucking big and too fucking heavy, and it's a big hole to dig to do it. You have to plant a seed and grow it. Okay, so that means starting from the ground up. You can't start at the top of a ladder with a full-grown tree of abundance. You have to plant the seed and then watch it grow. Nurture it, weed, water, and then it'll come. So they feel like you're being a little impatient, like you want what you want now, but then when you got out there and had a chance to prove yourself, you realized, I don't fully know what I'm doing and I have a lot to learn. I don't know if I can do it. They want you to go and work on your solar plexus, your crown chakra, communicate with your higher self, find your seat of power, and then just fucking go out and do it. Okay? Excuse my French. I swear like a trucker. We're going to do one more shuffle. Oh, and they don't want me to shuffle. Okay. I just love shuffling cards. I love the sound. Oh, okay, they're just gonna, that's what we're gonna do. What else, Spirit? What do we gotta know? What is this person, collective, that resonates with this? What do they need to know? Moving forward. We already kind of know. We're just kind of reinforcing what's already been said. 2 of Michael. Yeah, Michael's got your back. You got a lot of Michael cards. The Protector. Ace of Michael. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. That's what it is. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So you're going to meditate on this, think about this, and you're going to come up with a solution like, aha, I know what I can do. I know what I can say. I know how I can approach this. And you're going to clear up communication problems, and that's going to get you past the bumps in the road. I really feel like you need to go to my life purpose reading. And if you pick the deck that resonates with these cards, because there's also something about bumps in the road. Bumps in the road are uncomfortable when you're driving over them, but eventually you get through them and the road smooths out, okay? So don't let bumps in the road stop you from moving forward. It will all be better if you just make a decision, overanalyzing problem, finding a compromise. You're overanalyzing. You're getting in your head and you're getting yourself worked up and you're getting yourself depressed because you lack the confidence. And they're saying, if you just make a decision that I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to make this work, I can do this. You just have to make that decision. Stop overanalyzing whatever happened. You're making it bigger than it actually is. All right. And then find a compromise so that things work for all parties involved. The moon, doing the shadow work, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. Yeah, this is about you doing the shadow work, working on yourself, finding your power, improving your plans, getting out of your head, following your intuition. The moon is about intuition. And it's funny that this comes during a solar eclipse where the moon is covering the sun and you're kind of left in the dark and you've got to kind of just feel your way. Feel your way. Going back to a very old song. So yes, let your intuition guide you. Okay. Perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Okay. So there's a better way to approach this situation. And they're just reiterating the same thing that was said over here. The Chariot. Determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. So it came out like this. So it's not happening as quick as you thought it was. But they're saying clear up the communication and things will go a lot smoother and a lot quicker. And this, again, is about swift movement, travel. But you have to have that determination, self-control. And look at the horses. Maybe you're somebody that works with horses because there's so many horses here. But the horses are like a unicorn. It's your unicorn, that elusive unicorn that you've been trying to catch, the thing that you've been wanting to do. It may have to do with horses. But you feel like it's been kind of elusive. You haven't been able to catch that dream where it comes to working with horses. And that's a pretty particular message. So that goes out to very specific people. If that doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. That doesn't mean the reading's not for you. It's just they're giving a message for some people in particular here, a small percentage of people that are watching this. So determination, self-control. You just have to be determined. Open up the line of communication. Find your voice. Find your power to speak up. Finding your voice is like, you ever see people when they're practicing singing and they press on their belly to try to get their voice out? It's finding that power, finding your voice so that you can bring it up and speak up, communicate, clear up communication. And you just need to be determined. Things aren't going as quickly or as smoothly as you wanted to, but they can. You just have to face it with some determination, okay? We're going to end there because they're just repeating the messages that are said. You need to clear up your solar plexus chakra, find your seat of power, learn how, like a singer, holding your stomach, getting your voice out, that power, that center of power in your stomach, the voice to speak up, to communicate, to clear things up. Plant the seed, watch the tree grow. Time goes by quickly. That tree's going to grow a lot quicker than you think. Don't be afraid to start from the bottom in planting a seed because you can grow something beautiful and it's going to be successful. And so then our cards here, I'm not even going to read them because it's about taking the bull by the horn, right? Aiming for what you want and taking the bull by the horn, being determined, fighting. It kind of looks like a snake, but I'm not sure. I don't know what kind of animal that is. Let me look up Suelo. Where's my rune book? Suelo. There we go. 16, so it has something to do with the 16th, maybe 16th of October coming up. The wheel, concentration. Suelo is associated with charisma and driving energy. Oh, that's finding your drive, finding your energy to move forward. When your solar plexus is blocked, you lack that motivation, you lack that forward movement, you lack that energy, like just to get out of bed in the morning. Oh, it's a dragon, they're saying. A young man with a seemingly delicate movement tames a huge dragon as if by sheer force of mind. Runic inspiration. Everything can be achieved as long as you use the right tools and your awareness, that your intuition. The card invites us to channel our forces and funnel them towards a single goal. Mind and heart must become allies because within their union lies true power. The card furthermore symbolizes a lucky moment. Now that events are favorable, we must not rest on our laurels but act with our concentration, meaning sit back, sitting on your ass. Don't sit on your ass and do nothing. Like I said in this other card, now is the time. You have an opportunity presented to you, and it's all about timing. Don't miss this opportunity because you're just sitting back, resting on your laurels, and you don't have the drive or the energy to move forward. Look at the drive and energy, the force in this. But he does, look at him. He looks very graceful in his taming of this dragon, right? He looks strong and graceful. That's got to be you. Move forward. Grab the bull by the horns. Look at that forward motion of the bull. And this guy catching the bull back there, that's you grabbing the bull by the horns. It's time to get moving. Get off your ass and start moving. Find your power. Okay, act with all your concentration, they say. Suggestions for meditation. Okay, so they want you to meditate on these questions. Do I enjoy good psycho-physical balance? Do I know how to seize opportunities on the fly? Do I feel worthy of success? Do I feel worthy of success? So meditate on those, open up that solar plexus. Okay, that's where we end. Everything connects. Don't you love how the messages come out? I love the synchronicities and the stone, the rune cards that came out with it, kind of the dark shadow cards and then the bright cards. And you had two balanced cards coming out where you feel the scales were unbalanced. And this is finding that balance between the light and the dark. So get doing the shadow work, meditate, clear up your solar plexus, work on your crown chakra, and seize the opportunity. The time is now. Don't miss this opportunity. This is going to get you to where you want to be, okay? Doing this work, however that resonates for you. All right, good luck, people. Love and light. All right, pile 3. Last but not least, here we go. Let's clear the energy from the last pile. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you during this time of the solar eclipse energy. Solar eclipse energy is about balance, the darkness and the light, doing the shadow work, finding the light. And let me see first if we want to look at these cards. News. Let's read about a news. I'm just getting familiar with the runes, and I'm teaching myself by forcing myself to use them in readings. I love runes. I did my Ancestry.com, and I do have some Nordic in me. So, where are you? I wish they had the numbers on the cards. They don't have the numbers, so you just kind of got to page through the book and find them. Where are you? Did I pass you by? I'm not familiar with this one. I feel like... Oh, there it is. It's number 4. It has to do with the mouth. Well, this man does have a mouth on him, doesn't he? Open up your mouth. Word is the key word. The rune is linked to words and language. The card represents Odin, the god of war, magic, knowledge, and poetry. He is speaking while the two figures on either side are listening to his prophecy. Runic inspiration, a news which literally means mouth, has to do with all that is conveyed orally. The word is a powerful weapon. It can seduce, deceive, or dispel the darkness of illusions. All facets of communication are considered in this card: exchanging ideas, teaching, comprehension, lies, deceit, flattery, and secrets. So this is about communication. Each pile had to do with communication. Oh, and this is about, I feel like this is about safety, your home, your homestead. This is a homestead. See the fence around it? Feeling safe back there, protected, Fehu. What does Fehu mean? Livestock, structure, the rune associated with home and family, with abundance, wealth, and fertility. Well, that makes sense because this stone is about luck and abundance, this is the stone of luck right here, bringing all kinds of abundance, all kinds of prosperity in every facet of your life. Image, a house that is lived in, protected by a fence in the center of the property. The house indicates the hearth where you find peace and protection, symbol of the fertile, safe, and abundant center in your life. That's the description of this card. We live in a moment of well-being, and this makes us more confident and strong. Ideal conditions for realizing our dreams. Family and our possessions are a starting point rather than an end point, and we have the stability needed to organize the future and expand our horizons. Our actions are well thought out and dictated by calm and foresight. All right, so take that how it resonates. It's about safety with family, the abundance of family, the stability. And this being the stone of luck and abundance. Abundance in love, abundance in money, wealth, whatever, however you describe wealth. Wealth meaning if you feel abundant because what you've always wanted was a family and stability, a home, a homestead. This is talking about achieving that. I love that stone. It's one of my favorite pendulums. All right, let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. What is getting shaken up? Maybe it's your home life that's getting shaken up and needing to communicate. Maybe you're the patriarch of the family. And this is about speaking to your family and having them listen to you, right? Maybe you're having problems with the kids. And the kids aren't listening. And it's shaking up your home life. And this is something that you need to work on. I originally picked these cards, and it's funny because they don't want me to get initial readings from here. They're drawing me to this one. So sorry, we're going to get stuff from that after. Yeah, so this is about your home life, where you had the family, the stability, and things are kind of being shaken up on the home front. See the fence kind of falling over, propped up, like you're trying to keep it together. You're trying to keep it together. You feel like you've lost control. Maybe have some wily teenagers. Teenagers can be difficult. I've had a few of those. Actually, my two youngest ones weren't so bad as the oldest one. She was the most difficult, headstrong, but she was difficult because she was headstrong, but being headstrong has gotten her a long way in life. She's very successful. I'm very proud of her. As much trouble she gave me when she was younger. Sometimes you can't fight it. You don't want to beat them down and break them like you break a horse. You don't want to break them, break their confidence, and make them submissive. If you have a headstrong teenager in the house that's not listening and you feel like it's breaking up the whole family, like put yourself in their shoes. You were a teenager once. Maybe you were lucky you didn't go through all the emotional turmoil that teenagers go through as they're growing, the growing pains, trying to find a balance between your physical body, your emotional body, and trying to figure out who you are, being an independent person. You're a parent, and your job as a parent isn't to be a dictator and to control your children, to break your children and make them submissive. Your job as a parent is to protect, to nurture, and to teach, and then eventually make a gate for them to walk out of the home. They're not going to stay there forever. So you want to prepare your children for what's out there in life. We build this homestead with this tall fence to protect them from all the wild animals and the evils in the world, but eventually they're going to climb over that fence and run away unless you make a door for them and give them the opportunity to walk out. And all you can do when your teenagers are ready to flee the nest is hope that you've prepared them successfully. That is your job as a parent, is to prepare them for the world. And then they're going to make their own choices. You can't stop them from making mistakes. I mean, obviously, physically, you want to protect them. Don't do anything stupid that's going to kill them. But all you can do is teach them so that, and they're going to have to make their own mistakes to grow and learn. You might see them going right into not fatal mistake, like a life-threatening mistake, making a mistake as far as what they're choosing to do with their vocation, their career. But that's for them to figure out. You can't figure out for them. You can't say that, oh, well, I want you to be a doctor, or I want you to be an electrician. No, they're going to be squandering around trying to feel their own way through life and following their intuition and what they need to do. When you're a teenager and you're physically growing, mentally growing, spiritually growing, everything's growing and changing. It's a very conflicting time. You have to get it all together and find a balance. And it's more difficult for some teenagers than others. So just hope that you taught your children well and let them be on their way. Okay? Let them find their own way. You can't keep them fenced in forever. This is what they're saying right here. All right, Spirit, what guidance do we have here? Your whole home life is being shaken up. It's almost like you had the perfect, like you got married to the perfect feminine energy. You're the masculine energy in the family, okay? And that doesn't mean male or female. It's about the energies. And you had the perfect wife or feminine energy that balanced you out. And then you had the perfect children, and then the children grew up and they start getting out of control. Teenagers not listening. You're like, what the hell happened? We had the perfect family. Everybody envied our family. We were the ideal family. We had the house, we had the life, we had everything, and now it's all going to shit. The fence is falling down. Kids are sneaking out. What's going on? All right. Nine of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. So this is kind of how you're feeling, and not just you, but also your teenager sitting up at night. Nine of Swords is that that energy, like you just can't fight anymore. You're tired of fighting. You're sitting up at night, getting in your head, trying to figure out, what am I going to do in this situation? It feels like it's a situation that's lost. And what they're saying is, it's not lost. This is going to add to your abundance. You're going to get through this situation, and it's just going to add to your pot of gold. Like you felt all abundant before, and this situation is kind of like breaking up that whole family thing, where you thought you had it all. They're just saying that this is adding to your pot of gold. You're just not looking at it in the right way. Well, it seems like a struggle now. Well, you're both struggling, butting heads and struggling. You're both staying up at night, worrying about what's going to happen. You know, it's not just you. It's this teenager or child that's involved too. Spirit saying that this is just your abundance growing. You're both going to come out of this stronger in the end. And again, communication. Oh my God, this whole pile 1 and pile 2 are the same thing. Communication is key. Okay. Maybe they wanted me to use these dark cards because look at the contrast between the cards, the dark and the light, right? Yeah, maybe that's why, because we're talking about the dark for Ace of Swords, the aha moment, and it's got to come out of love. You're going to have that aha moment from your heart about what you need to do in this situation, and you're going to figure it out. So that aha moment is coming. You just got to realize that, all right, growth is necessary in life, right? Your child is growing. Your child is not going to be a child forever, even though they'll always be your baby. They're not going to be your child forever. They're going to turn into their own adult and one day be a father or mother of children, right? So you're just their coach. You're their coach in this whole situation, guiding them, but you can't tell them what to do. Yeah, creative ideas coming in. So you're having that aha moment, and creative ideas are rushing in on how to remedy this situation, and it's going to require communication. What else, Spirit? A lot of cards came out. So 5 of Pentacles, that's about feeling left out in the cold, okay? But these cards came out this way, the pile, when they fell. I thought there were 3 cards. There's only 2. This is about feeling left out in the cold. You don't have to be left out in the cold in this situation. That's the whole thing. Like you feel like an outsider in your teenager's life. And that's not because they want you to be an outsider. It's just you can't know somebody fully and know what they're going through. Even though you might have gone through similar things as a teenager yourself, you don't fully know. So all you can do is love them and hug them and give them the emotional support they need, and let them know that they're not alone in this. Maybe you need to tell them, hey, this is what I went through when I was a teenager. These are the struggles I had. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to hold you and to guide you with whatever you need. Don't be afraid to come to me and ask. You have to open the line of communication between a teenager. You want to let them know that whatever they tell you, you're not going to condemn them or judge them or be angry with them. Let them open up and tell you how they feel. And don't be quick to judge. Don't be quick to anger. They feel how they feel, and you can't wrong them for the way they feel, okay? So try to keep your mouth shut and just listen. Your mouth is always open over there. You're always blah, blah, blah. I was like that as a parent too, and my oldest daughter said to me once, Mom, you need to learn how to listen. We don't tell you stuff because you don't listen. And while I always kept open communications, thought I was open, and my best friend Missy has been teaching me this too, how to just shut my mouth and listen. I've had a lot of experiences, so I want to relay those to my kids. But sometimes you just need to let them finish talking. Sometimes all they need is to talk. And all they need is for you to hug them and hold them and know that whatever mistakes they made, whatever is happening, you're always going to love them and support them, okay? So that's what that's about. Letting them know that they're not out in the cold, that you're there to support them. Page of Pentacles. Let me look this up in this actual... There's something in the book they want me to read about the page. It's going to pop out of the book when I see it. Oh, the suit that bears her name protects, nurtures, and provides. So this is you, the protector, the nourisher, the provider. That's your job, to protect, nourish, and provide. Yeah, that's all they wanted me to read, those words right there. Protect, nourish, and provide. That is your job. Okay, all right. Protect, nourish, and provide. Let them know that they're not out in the cold by themselves. Are we continuing with these? We're continuing with a couple of these. Protect, nourish, and provide. Shut your mouth for a minute and just listen. Maybe they just need to vent. Maybe they just need you to hug them and say it's going to be okay. You'll figure it out. If there's anything I can do to help you figure it out, let me know. Okay. All right, that's that. Let's see what these are. Oh, yeah. So this is how they're feeling. Like 5 empty cups in front of them. That's all they see. Nothing's working. They're sitting up at night. It's the same energy. Look at that depressed energy. They're going through a really hard time right now. Sitting up at night crying and feeling like all their cups are empty, like they have nothing. And they're not sure what they're doing in life. And you can't figure it out for them. All you can do is support them, be loyal, nurturing, and supportive while they're trying to figure things out. And they're going to figure out what they love. It's just a matter of time. There's going to be peace in this situation. They're going to have they have to fill their cup themselves, okay? And that's what you need to teach them. We can't fill each other's cups. We can only exchange cups of love. So they need to learn to love themselves. They need to do some self-love stuff. Maybe they're feeling not worthy, not good enough, and not sure what direction they're going in. Maybe their friends have it figured out. Maybe their friends already applied for college, know what they're going to do, know what their dreams are. And your teenager here is just trying to figure it out. So don't force them into any one direction. Teach them self-love, taking care of themselves, doing things that they love helps to fill their cup. And once their cup is full, they're going to have their whole world in front of them. They're going to have all the tools they need to be successful, okay? So your job is just to nurture them through this and teach them how to love themselves. It's not enough for you to say, I love you just the way you are. They have to love themselves just the way they are. They have to know that not everybody is perfect. Even though some people may appear to be perfect, they're not. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has some shadow side that they don't like in themselves. And this is what the solar eclipse is about, that shadow side, but being able to see the light around that, okay? So you need to nurture them and get them on working on self-love and filling their own cup. Because once they do this, once they realize that I don't have to be perfect to be successful, that's what's going to bring them to success. And they're going to have the strength that they need. They're going to be able to grab the bull by the horns. They're going to be to open up and step into their power. They're going to see the world and their life from a different perspective, like that Hawkeye perspective, looking down, okay? So they're going to have all the tools they need, and they're not going to have one wand in their life to create what they want, but they're going to have 2. Both hands have a wand. They're going to be able to create their whole world, everything they dreamed of. They just got to focus on loving themselves the way they are, building themselves up, and realizing that they can have anything that they want. And you don't have to be perfect to do that, right? I'm successful financially and in love. My weakness is I love cookies and cake and ice cream, and I'm a little bit overweight. I lost 22 pounds and I gained 17 back because I was out celebrating a little bit. So it's a work in progress. Nobody's perfect. Everyone looks at me and says, oh, you have the perfect man and you've got a great family and you're so successful in your career. You're good at what you do and you make good money and you're stable. And it's like, yeah, but I can't go into a store and just pick something off a rack and hope, know that it's going to fit. So I'm still working on myself. Nobody is perfect. We all have, and I always refer to Oprah Winfrey because I just love her past, what she's been through, what she got through. She found her personal power and she rose up, and she's just such a strong, strong woman. But her too, always like battling with her body image and needing to lose the weight. I finally learned that, and my fiance, we've been together 15 years, and learning that he loves me no matter what, for just the way I am. And so you need to learn to love yourself for all your quirks and your strengths and your weaknesses, and fill that cup of self-love. Okay, and so that's your job, is to nurture this little human being and show them that they might not be perfect, but you don't have to be perfect to be successful. You just have to learn to love yourself for everything that you are. And life is being here on earth, a soul in a human body. It's all about learning and growing. That's what we're doing. We're doing the shadow work, learning it. Look at this as the cards come flying out of the deck. We're learning and growing and learning to love ourselves. That wants to come out too. Manifestation and prosperity. Look at that panda. Panda bear. He's a little slopes along. He's a little slow, but he makes it down his life purpose path, and he's manifesting, and he's prosperous. That's going to be your child. And look at that. Dedication, progress. They're gonna plow ahead like a bison or a buffalo. Like they're strong. They can stand the bad weather. They're gonna get through this bad time. They're going through a bad time, but they're gonna weather the storm. Like a buffalo or a bison out on the tundra, out on the the high plains where it's windy and cold and snow is blowing. They just go headfirst into the storm. They're actually very strong. And King of Crystals, courage and commitment. I'm seeing like this is a tiger, but I'm seeing a lion. That strength, like even a tiger is very strong. They have the courage, and they just have to commit themselves, and they can go headstrong right down their life path. They're going to find their life path. Ooh, what else we got here, Spirit? Okay. Shaman. Divine wisdom and spiritual power, like I showed you in that world card. That bird, when a bird flies above the world, they see the world in a whole different perspective, in a way that we people on the ground and all the beings on the ground don't see what they see. And that's them about getting in touch with their divine self, their higher self, seeing life in a different light. They need to gain a new perspective on life. So that's balancing out the spiritual, their spiritual power, divine wisdom, connecting with the divine, with their higher self, and being able to gain a different perspective on life. Seven of shells, 2 of feathers, decisions and direction. Okay. So they have decisions to make, which direction they're going in. They're kind of floundering. They're not sure which way to go. But a Geico is very quick to move. Like if something comes at it, they make a decision really quick. They're going to make a decision, okay? They just need a little prodding to get them moving. Right now, they're just sitting still. You know how they sit still on a branch and they try to blend into the environment? Geckos. I always say it wrong, say Geico like the insurance company. Geckos will sit on a branch and they kind of blend in with their colors and everything, and they're like frozen. That's kind of how your little person feels right now, like kind of frozen on the branch and scared and not sure what direction to go in. But then somebody's going to see them, and all you need is a little finger to poke those little geckos, and whoop, they're off running, right? So that's what they need, just a little prodding to get them going in the right direction. 7 of shells. 7 of shells is about having choices. It came out upside down, and they're feeling like they don't have choices right now. So that's why they need a little bit of prodding, because they're feeling like there are no opportunities for them. But they just need to stay focused and take action, start making movement, and this card is going to flip upside down, and then all kinds of opportunities are going to present themselves to them. All right, this is about action and focus. Look at that coyote. Coyotes are very focused, very intuitive. They're very stealthy. This is about creeping along and then taking out action and pouncing on those opportunities that are going to present themselves. So then these two came out. Queen of Shells, it represents peace and compassion. And then 3 of Shells, playfulness and bliss. They're getting so caught up in not knowing what direction to go into that they forget how to have fun in life. So get them doing something. This is about you keeping the peace in the house, having compassion for what they're going through, and then bring that sense of playfulness and bliss back into it. Go out and do something fun, or let them go out and do something fun. They need to remember the joy that life presents, and have that balance between, you're trying to figure out what direction you're going in life, if you're going to go to college or vocational school, or just go into, some other job that you're good at, or, finding your life path. But they have to remember that there's got to be a work-life balance where you got to remember to have fun, because living on this beautiful planet is about having fun and the little joys in life that come along the way. Okay. It's not all about work. And, you have to go to school and you have to get good grades and you have to graduate top of your class and you have to go to the best university and make sure you pick the right one, and you sure do, your job is to make sure that they remember to have fun in life, because when you're having fun and when you're enjoying life is when you fill your cup of love, and it's when your heart's desires come to fruition. Doing what you love is what they need to understand. So they need to find what they're passionate about. So if they like doing certain things, like say they like being in the water, take them swimming, take them to the ocean. Like, what are they passionate about? Because usually your life path, your purpose in life has to do with what you're passionate about. So if you follow your heart and follow your intuition, then you're going to find your life purpose. So that's what they need to do. Ask them what they want to do. Try to keep the peace. Go out just with them. Just have a day for just the two of you. Remember to have compassion for what they're going through. Don't downplay it like, oh, it's no big deal. You're so dramatic. Don't do that. It is a big deal to them. They haven't grown to the point where you've grown yet. Try to remember back when you were a teenager and everything was a little uncertain. The times when you're going through, you're not sure what you wanted to do. And let them feel the joy in life. And by finding the joy and the fun in life again, and like kind of lightening up, like, all right, so you have to pick a college, it's not a big deal. So you go to the local county college and you take some gen ed courses and you kind of feel your way around till you figure out what you want to do. It's not a big deal. Don't make things a big deal because that makes making decisions harder. Remember to have fun with it. Help them find that thing that sings to their heart, because that's going to be their life path right there, okay? Any other messages from Spirit? Yeah, this is them doing their shadow work, trying to figure out their way in life, they feel like they're in the dark right now, like they don't know what they want to do, and it's them finding the light, finding their joy. And you needed to be compassionate while they're doing this. All right. King of Acorns. By doing this, by taking them out, having a one-on-one day, or letting them go out with their friends and doing something fun. Maybe you've been, just too down on them, like you're getting behind, you got to do homework, and they want to go to a football game with their friends, or, homecoming is coming up, whatever. They want to go have fun. And like, no, you need to fill out your college applications. You need to apply for those scholarships, whatever. It can't be all work. Let them have some fun. That's what's going to make them optimistic. Let them feel excited about life, okay? Because if they're going out to that game or homecoming or whatever, going to a party with their friends, let them do that. Let them find that little joy, because that joy is what's going to bring their spirit back, like the horse spirit. That's what's going to make them want to charge forward. If everything is work, 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 it's going to get them feeling down and depressed, and they're not going to want to do it, okay? They have to find that joy, that stimulation that points them in the right direction, that they have to be able to find what makes their heart sing. And when they do, and that opens up, then they're going to say, yes, now I know what I want to do, because doing something happy and fun helps you open up your heart chakra and helps you find your path. Then they're going to charge forward full speed. All right. The star, peace and healing. Yeah. If you let this happen, like let them go do something fun. This is going to bring peace and harmony back to your family, where everything feels broken right here, like everything's falling apart. By allowing them to follow their heart, do something fun, have some joy in life. It's not all serious. It's like, put the books away. So what if you fail one quiz? So what if you don't get that one application in? There's still time. Let's just go have fun. And finding that joy in life, again, is going to bring that spark that's going to stimulate them, that's going to lighten up their spirit. It's going to bring harmony to your relationship, harmony to your household, and then they're going to be able to charge forward and move ahead. It may take a little time. You need to have patience. You need to nurture, okay? So that's it. That's what the message brings. And they're going to be successful. Let's see. They're going to be successful. I see a successful ending to this. You need to take a breath and just learn how to shut your mouth and listen is what you need to do. You're not listening. They've been trying to tell you something. They're aggravated and upset about something, and you're downplaying it, and it's making it worse. Yeah, success. It's going to be successful. That's all they want to say. There's going to be peace. There's going to be success. Look how strong that elk is. Look at that big rack on that elk and all the little doodads hanging off of it. Like, your little person there is growing into this strong elk. This is the prize elk that all the hunters go after. This is somebody that's going to be successful in their career field that all the headhunters are going to be looking for. They're going to be very strong and successful in what they do. And you're going to triumph as well. When they triumph, that's your triumph, right? Because you raised them. You just need to remember that you can't tell them what to do. You just have to help them find their way. Even if they flounder and make mistakes, there are no mistakes. There's just lessons. It's going to be a lesson learned. And as much as we have our own experiences that we could provide to our children to help prevent them from making mistakes, maybe they need to make those mistakes to learn the lesson so that they can grow and move forward, okay? But your person, your little person here, your Riley teenager or young child that's trying to find their way with the right nurturing, and you closing your mouth and just listening and supporting them and letting them have some fun and remember how fun life is supposed to be, they're going to find their way and they're going to be very triumphant in life. This is a great reading, so don't give up. Even though it feels like things are falling apart, things are going to be peaceful in the end. And we got these beautiful cards right here. That's the ending to this. Yeah, you just got to remember that you can't be a dictator. You have to soften up a little bit. That's your job, and then they'll be able to do the rest. Soften up, let them have fun. Remember yourself to have fun with them, and it's going to be a peaceful, happy ending. And your child is going to come out strong in the end. They're going to be hugely successful. Okay, love and light. This is a great reading for you. I'm so excited for what your future and your child's future brings. Okay, pass on the love and light to the next people. That's what this is all about, raising people up, raising your children up, helping everybody that you touch that comes into your environment, and raising the vibration of the planet together. Maybe one day we'll have world peace. Who knows? Okay, love you. Bye.